Hello students, as we've already gone through the financial statement of the companies as per Companies Act 2013, you are well versed to prepare and present that balance sheet of the companies. That you are already aware about it. The assets and liabilities in the company's balance sheet is classified to basically two categories. In the liabilities, the first part is the equity and liability, that is share capital, non-current liability and current liability. As well in the current this asset side, the fixed assets, non-current assets and current assets. This non-current liabilities and non-current assets, current liabilities, current assets, shareholder fund, these are the certain items which may change the flow in cash. And you've already gone through the financial analysis. There is several analyses are made after preparation of financial accounting. Final account. When the statement is presented, the top level management make the analysis of it. Several analyses are there, such as you have already studying this common size and comparative statement analysis. There is fund flow analysis. Now it is not mandatory. If anyone is wanted to prepare, can prepare, but accounting standard does not recommend it. Now, earlier it was trend analysis, break-even analysis is there. Now, what is the most important analysis called the cash flow analysis, which is usually presented in the statement form. That is called cash flow statement. It is very important, not only for the company point of view, but as per accounting standard, it should be presented. It is mandatory to present for all those businesses which are or which annual turnover is more than 50 crore rupees, or those companies which are listed in the stock exchange or in the process of listing in the stock market. That is mandatory to all of them. Besides of these, if any other business is intending to prepare, they can prepare. There is no restriction. So cash flow statement, as the name depict, the cash and flow. The cash flow statement, cash and flow of the statement which deals about the flow of cash, that is inflow and outflow of cash in the given span of time. That you can say in the time of on the date of two balance sheet, the period of two balance sheet, that is beginning and closing. During that particular period of time, what changes are taking place in the flow of cash? Because cash is very frequent. Cash is what? Cash is as important in the business as the blood in the vein which flows in our body. So it flows continuously. So in the business, from which sources cash is coming in and where it is applied and where it is used, that cash. You can, yes, you can raise the question, sir, we prepare the cash book also. Yes, cash book shows the opening and closing balances at the end of the month as well as at the end of the year. What is the balance of cash and bank and or cash and equivalent in hand? But cash book shows only the cash and bank balances, not equivalent. So it is very important to know about the equivalent. Cash book shows only and only the all receipts and payments. It does not segregate. So what are the sources and what is the application of that cash? Inflow here means receipt of cash, outflow here means payment of cash. Such as if you purchase the goods, purchase any assets, cash is going out. If you proceed the sales, that is sale of goods, or if any asset is being sold out, then the cash is coming in. So what changes are taking place during the one period, that is given span of time or period, that this is called usually, that for your easiness, that is 1 year, from two dates of balance sheet. Two dates of balance sheet mean beginning date and the closing date. Beginning date, what was the cash balances are there, what was the cash, and at the end of the year, what is the cash balances. During that, what changes taken place during that particular period, some changes are there, that is due to the inflow and outflow of cash. So cash flow statement deals with the preparation and presentation of changes in cash and cash equivalent during a particular period of time. It's called, and it is presented in the form of statement, that is called cash flow statement. You can say, sir, what is the need or requirement of it? What is the basic objective of preparing it? The objective of preparation of cash flow statement to ascertain the sources of incoming cash and cash equivalent, that is called inflow of cash. Then what is cash and cash equivalent? I am repeating this word, cash and cash equivalent. Cash and cash equivalent. Cash here mean cash balances as well as bank balances. This is called cash and bank balance. Equivalent, which is equivalent to cash, but that is not in the form of cash, neither deposited in bank. What is equivalent? It is called very short term investment which is readily convertible into cash. Readily convertible into cash. Mean whenever you wanted to convert it, you can convert it. You can change in the cash. As far as cash and bank is concerned, the cash and bank balances never changes its market value as well as the face value. So there is no change. As the assets are there, several assets are there, the price you have paid and whatever the market price, that may be different, but the cash and bank balance does not. Cash and equivalent, it is also similar to the cash and bank because the market value or the face value never changes, or really slight or insignificant changes are there, such as treasury bill as issued by the government. So that's very short-term investment. Short-term investment and very short-term investment, there is different. Short-term investment is covered under the current asset, which is due to the changes in the operation of the business. But cash and equivalent, this is very short-term investment. Say the investment is made for 15 days, maximum 1 month, 3 months, not more than that. So treasury bills are there as issued by the government. So that is cash and equivalent. So here cash and equivalent both are, there is flow of this cash. The objective is to ascertain the sources of inflow of cash. Second objective is to ascertain the application of the cash during that particular period of time. Application may mean how it was utilized, where it was utilized. So it will help to the management to check and the balance on it. Check and balance mean usko check karna. Check and balance on the uses of cash, which helps to prepare the cash budget also. As it is written, It ascertains the net changes in the flow of cash, net changes in the cash flow, cash and cash equivalent, what changes are taking place from the beginning and to the closing date. That is difference. It shows the difference between the sources and uses of cash and cash equivalent. It highlights the major activities that have provided cash and that have used cash during a period of time. So this is the basic objective. What is the need, what is the usefulness, what is the importance of the cash is it is helpful in decision making. What decisions are there? The statement gives the information regarding the inflow and outflow of the cash. Inflow through the operations of the business, that is called business activities. Wherever the cash being invested. Likewise, from which sources cash being realized. Then if there is excess cash, then that should be invested. If the business or company requires some cash, from which sources we can receive it. So that helps in decision making to the financial manager, or you can say the top level management. Likewise, it is very useful for the short term financing. Short term financial planning is a cash flow statement provides information for planning of the short term financial needs of the firm. In a very short term period, companies require some cash regarding the payment to the creditors, payment to the short term liabilities, and these short term liabilities as well as the short term creditors are there. The cash is to be realized from the debtors. Company provides the facility to the credit facilities to the debtors as well as also avails the facility from the creditors. So it helps to make the cash budget. The cash budget is what? Cash budget is the estimate of the cash inflow and outflow. And the cash flow statement is prepared on the basis of true inflow and outflow cash. Whereas the cash budget is the estimated basis. So we can make the comparison. What was our estimates of inflow and outflow of cash and what is actually happened during the course of business. So we can make the planning on it. The cash budget is prepared because it is practically seen in the business that in some month more cash have been realized, less payments are there. In some months more payments have been made but less cash realized. Or in some months no cash being realized and more payments have to be made. So the different situations are there. Accordingly, one can make the plan. Such as if you provide the credit facility to the debtors, that if you sell the goods on credit to debtors and facility time period of given 2 months, obviously today you will sell, then after 2 months you will realize it. Suppose your creditor is providing this credit facility only 1 month. Today you purchase, after 1 month you have to pay. Mean after 2 months you will realize and after 1 month you have to pay. Mean you must have in your hand some sufficient cash. From where it will be realized or from where it will be received. So the cash flow statement helps in making the cash budget also. But the cash flow statement does not consider the non-cash items. So many expenses are there which are made in cash, and so many items are there which are not made in cash. So it does not. This is the demerit of it. It ignores. So many requirement merits and demerits are there. The how it is prepared, the preparation of cash flow statement is according to Accounting Standard 3 revised as per Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. The Accounting Standard 3 recommends that all enterprises, all businesses, all those companies which are listed in the stock exchange or in the stock market or in the process of listing in the stock market, it is mandatory to prepare uh, for the enterprises from the 1st April 2001. Prior to that, it was not so mandatory. Now it is mandatory and to apply Accounting Standard 3 revised. Those enterprises whose annual turnover is more than 50 crore, it is mandatory to prepare and present the cash flow statement. It is prepared according to Accounting Standard 3, as you know. Now, when we prepare the cash flow statement, first of all, we have to classify the activity from which the inflow and outflow of cash take place. And the cash flow statement preparation is based on the classification of the activities, and these activities are classified into three activities are there. One is called operating activity, second is called investing activities, and third is called financing activities. Now you see this total classification to prepare the cash flow statement, to present the cash flow statement, the inflow and outflow of cash, sources of uses of cash, which effect on change in the cash and cash equivalent during the one period, during the given period of time, that is on the two dates of balance sheet, between the two dates of balance sheet, these activities are there. So it is very easy to understand. As you know, the financial statement with assets and liabilities are classified to basically two category, that is liabilities and non-current liabilities and non-current assets, current liabilities and current assets, and one more in the liability side is called share capital. The operating activities is the changes through the operating activities in the cash inflow and outflow, that is through the current liabilities and current assets, one part. So while preparing or seeing the operating activity, we have to consider current liabilities and current assets. Investing activities, usually investing activities mean where the cash have been invested, that is related to the non-current assets. Non-current assets. And it is financing activities, it's non-current liabilities and share capital. I'm not writing shareholders fund because shareholder fund includes the reserve surplus also. The statement of profit loss. The statement of profit loss is derived from the profit and loss account, which is the part of the operating activity. So here share capital. These two, the investing activities, we will see the what is the changes in the current assets. If the current assets is reducing, non-current assets are reducing, not due to the depreciation, not due to the amortization, but it's reducing because it was sold out. There is inflow of cash. If the investing activities or the assets, current assets are increasing, it means some assets were purchased, cash have been invested in it. That is called outflow of cash. Ultimately, we will see what is the net change taken place under the non-current assets, these investing activities. Either inflow is more or outflow is more. Likewise, financing activities, share capital, shares have been issued, debentures are issued. Then cash is coming in, inflow of cash. If the shares are, preference shares are redeemed, debentures are redeemed, loans are refunded, then that is payment mean outflow of cash. Then we can check the net change due to the financing activities. But one thing remember, if the shares have been issued to the vendor from whom the non-current assets have been purchased, so there is no transaction of cash, no cash is taking place. Non-current assets have been increased as well as the shares have also been increased. Both have been increased because the share was issued to the vendor of the asset. So no change in cash, no cash is involved in it. So there is no inflow, meaning in all cases, in those cases where the assets are increasing, non-current assets are increasing, and the payment was made through shares, or shares are increasing in the consideration of the assets, so there is no flow of cash. Now today, I have explained only operating activities, investing activities, and financing activities. Now in next class, we will see how to prepare and present the cash flow statement according to the Accounting Standard 3 revised as per Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. It is mandatory to prepare according to Companies Act 2013 also. Every company have to prepare and present it after the preparation of financial statement. And one by one we will learn how to prepare operating activities, how to prepare investing activities, and how to prepare financing activities, and as a whole it is how to present in the cash flow statement. And one more thing, remember, as per your syllabus, you have to study only the preparation of cash flow statement of non-financing companies. You are not supposed to study as per ISC syllabus the financing companies, cash flow statement of financing companies, that is bank and other financial institution. It is not required. So non-financing companies, we will prepare the cash flow statement as well. One more thing you will remember, as the current asset and current liability, cash and equivalent is given, cash and bank is given, and overdraft is also given in the current liabilities, bank overdraft. But while preparing the cash flow statement, cash and bank is okay, but the bank overdraft will be presented under the financing activities, not under the current asset. Keep it in your mind. Bank overdraft is covered under the financing activities, not under the current liabilities. So it is not the bank overdraft is not the part of the operating activities. As I have written here, current liability, current assets. Current liability covers the bank overdraft also, but for the preparation of cash flow statement as per accounting standard 3 revised, bank overdraft is the part of the financing activities. Now we'll learn some more thing in the next class. Have a good day. Thank you.